He entered the business, like I said, about 9:20 this morning. He was greeted by an employee. He then entered the line, the teller line. When he got to the teller, he passed a note indicating he had a gun. He also made the comment, "Don't hit the alarm." The teller complied with the demands for the money. He then exited the building and headed south on Thatcher Avenue. There were 4 employees in the business at the time and 2 customers. No gun was displayed. No injuries were reported this time.
How much money was stolen?
We're still doing the count on that. We don't have an approximate number yet.
Do you have any custody right now?
We had somebody detained, but that person did not end up being the suspect in our bank robbery.
And there was a lot of police activity down there by Southern Ground. Is that kind of like what was going on?
Yeah, so they had somebody detained shortly after the bank robbery, and we did show up and was not the individual that robbed the bank.
How far do you think he would have? How far?
He was on foot, so we don't know. You know, he went south on Thatcher Avenue, and we don't know what after that. We know he went that direction, but that was it. That's all we know.
Did he actually get away with anything?
He got an undisclosed amount of cash.
Is that car that's in the back, is that car in any way connected with him?
We're looking into the car right now. We don't know if it's a suspect's car or if it belongs to the gentleman that we had detained earlier. So we're looking at that closely.
Nobody hurt?
No one was hurt, no sir.
Is this something that you're seeing more of as pressure, economic pressure, COVID pressure continues to mount?
I hope not, but you never know. So this is our 5th bank robbery for the year. It's only April. So, you know, last year I think we only had 2 and COVID hit, none of the banks were open. So we saw a decline in that, but now we're seeing an uptick. But I think in 2019 we had approximately 18 bank robberies for the year. So hopefully not, but it could be.
And what would your, I don't want to say advice.
Yeah.
But what would your guidance be to bank employees in that situation? That's terrifying.
It is. So, you know, I know most of the banks have a training program where they train their tellers what to do, what don't to do on bank robberies when the suspect comes in. Most of them do comply with the demands, so that way there's no trouble between the suspect and the teller. So all the bank robberies I've seen, they have complied. So I say continue complying. You don't know what that person's going to do if he doesn't get what he wants. You know, we had 2 customers in there. Had he not gotten the money, what have he done to those 2 customers? What if he had a gun? You know, so they do a great job of their training and letting their folks know what to do, what don't to do. They continue doing that yearly.
The gentleman that you thought was a suspect turned out to not be. He was released, and
I believe he's being released. Yes.
And what led you to think that was potentially?
I wasn't. I personally didn't detain him, but a patrol did. They fit the description of that was put out over the radio. He was close in the proximity and fit the description.
Are we sure that there's only one individual, not a group? Or?
We only have one individual entering the bank and leaving the bank. That's all we know at this point.
Will there be increased police activity out here for the day?
I'm sure they'll have extra patrol out here because we don't know where he went, so potentially he could be hiding in the bushes somewhere. We don't know that. But we are doing a block-to-block search for anybody that may have seen the individual. But like I said, there's no weapon displayed, so the assumption he doesn't have a weapon. And anybody who has any tips of seeing something today, you can definitely call our Crime Stoppers, 1-866-845-TIPS, which is 8477. We will be following up with still images of the individual that was in the bank at the time. Any questions? Any more questions? Good?
How soon can we expect those?
As soon as I get them, I'll give them to our PIO and he'll push them out. So hopefully before I don't know. I'm not going to give you a time. We got to go through them first. Anything else? Good. All right. Thank you, guys.